Hello, my name is Murph, and welcome to Reading Things with a Southern Accent 2020, episode 11. Run out of fingers, we're not even going to go there. Where do I start? Today, in our COVID-19 corona apocalypse, stay-at-home order lockdown, the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, has recommended, it's not a mandate yet, but he's recommended that when we leave our homes, we have some form of mask. So that is why I come to you tonight, fully safe from any of the germs coming from me to you or you to me, through this bit of cotton that I have here in front of my breathing mouth and nose. And that is why I have this today. Governor Jared Polis, the state of Colorado. Polis, Colorado, that's where we are. Again, my name is Murph. This is Reading Things with a Southern Accent 2020, episode 11. This week's theme is records that I own and that we're trying to take the song lyrics and make them slightly apply to... Brain just went... Doosh. Slightly apply to the coronavirus lockdown, self-isolation, what do they call that? Social distancing. So our lyrically chosen songs are not necessarily about disease or staying away from your fellow humans, but the correlation that we're trying to draw here is that maybe they are. Wow, the brain really did just shut down for a second. I have no idea where I was going. Nope, it's all gone. Well, let's just move on. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you do it cold. I'm telling you, people, this is organic. I try to do it in one take so that I don't have to edit. I don't have to spend any extra time trying to splice any crap together. I sit down, I do the thing, and I get up and I'm done. That's the whole goal here. And I try to produce just a tiny little bit. I get a little bit of information up front. But today the brain just went bye-bye. I'm sorry. Tonight's song, let's segue, as they say. Let's segue to the literal reason why we are here. Tonight's song, little drum roll, comes from a band called The Smiths. This album I hold here in my hands is referred to as Louder Than Bombs. It is a compilation of singles and songs that The Smiths have released or had released on other albums and different releases, whatever you want to call it. And so this is what I currently have. Like, my criteria here is that I actually own the record, so this is what we have. The Smiths, Louder Than Bombs. And if you're a smart human being and you know Smiths songs, you might think you know which song I'm going to choose. And as far as this goes, it is a double record. So here you go, double record. And on side 2 of the first record in this collection is a song called Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. Got my cheat sheet notes here. Here's the one thing I forgot to actually look up, was when this song was originally released. And I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just not. The song references Caligula, a Roman emperor who was infamous for his depraved sex life and incestuous relationships with his sisters. In the context of the song, it would appear a woman has made a sexual advance towards Morrissey that would make even Caligula, did I say that right the first time? Caligula blush. So, there's that. The song title is a nod to the British pop singer Sandy Shaw's little-known track, Heaven Knows I'm Missing Him Now. And the Smiths were big fans of Shaw and had previously collaborated with her on Hand in Glove. So Johnny Marr, according to the facts that I researched, Johnny Marr, who is the guitar player for the Smiths, wrote the music for this song in about an hour after receiving a red Gibson ES 355 guitar from record exec Seymour Stein on the promise that the Smiths would sign to Sire Records. So, there you have it. Morrissey wrote the words, Johnny Marr wrote the music. No one else really cares who the rest of the Smiths were, so here you go. Getting into the lyrics, I'm trying my best to go more southern in a bigger drawl. So here, we're going to go for it. And I need to lube up just a hair, so I'm sorry. I got to pull this down. Which, by the way, I heard rumors that the liquor stores were going to close, so I went out and I got some supplies for the show. I had to cover up the label because, well, they're not a sponsor, so we got to tape that up. But I did hear a rumor that we're going to no longer have access to our libation stores. So I had to pick that up. Here we go. My name is Murph. Reading things with a southern accent. Heaven knows I'm miserable now. Here we go. I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. This is not autobiographical. I was looking for a job, and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. In my life, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? Two lovers entwined pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job, and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. In my life, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? What she asked of me at the end of the day, Caligula would have blushed. You have been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled. In my life, why do I give valuable to, oh, son of a nutcracker. In my life, why do I smile at people who I'd much rather kick in the eye? I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour. But heaven knows, I'm miserable now. You've been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled. In my life, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? And that is Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now by the Smiths, written by our friend Morrissey, whose first name, if you didn't know, is Stephen Morrissey. Smiths are no longer together. If you're not a music aficionado, if you don't pay attention to the 80s music trends, as some other people might, the Smiths are no longer together because apparently Johnny Marr and Mr. Morrissey couldn't get along and they wanted to kill each other, kind of like those guys in Oasis, the Gallagher brothers. It is thanks in part to this song that Morrissey has garnered the reputation of being permanently depressed. Speaking to the London Sunday Times in 2017, he said, "Years ago, I sang a song called Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now. And it's like an old school uniform. People insist I wear it, but I'm really not that miserable. I'm not an unhappy person, not in the least. I'm certainly very surprised and very pleased to still be here." However, he says this I don't think anyone believes him. How many shows in the last 10 years has Morrissey committed to and then canceled at the last minute? Because he's a miserable little whiny person. Maybe not. I don't know. But that is the Smiths. Total side note here. How many of you have danced through the middle of your living room like you were Johnny from Dirty Dancing, dancing down the aisle to Baby as she waited on the stage, whipping that dress back and forth? How many of you have done that today or in the last 10 days? I highly recommend it. I did it myself this afternoon, and it was incredibly satisfying. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go pull up the scene from Dirty Dancing. It's the end of the movie. Johnny dances down the aisle. Baby, who is played by Jennifer Grey. Johnny is Patrick Swayze. We miss Patrick Swayze. And he dances down the aisle. And she's like, I'm waiting for you, buddy. I'm here. Go do it. Dance. Dance. Have fun. When I was singing Total Eclipse of the Heart today, threw the front door open on the chorus and belted out the most out of tune probably moment in music history. And then I took the dog out a half hour later to take him for a walk, and my neighbor was like, hey, is everything okay at your house? And I was like, yeah, it was just me singing. So have fun. We're all on lockdown. The whole purpose of this is to just create some nonsense and have a good time. My name is Murph. I'm doing this because it's fun, and I would like to contribute just a tiny little bit to your momentary removal from reality for a minute. Thank you. And this is Reading Things with a Southern Accent. I'm here. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what we've done 5 days with records. I don't know if I'm coming back with records or something else. We're going to discuss. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. Have a great Friday night. My name is Murph. I've said that like 17 times. It's okay. Please wash your hands.